Hey, welcome back, friends. In this session, we are going to discuss IBPS Specialist Officer, IT Officer examination question and answer paper. This is a complete analysis. This is a video series which will help you for your preparation of IT officer examination. So, in this session, we have discussed one question paper, its answers. The question paper is basically from a subject, uh, professional subjects of the computer science, where DBMS, programming, data communication, microprocessor, and so many subjects. Basically, you can see 11 question from the DBMS, maybe programming. You may see 6 questions in data communication. You may see 2 questions microprocessor related, 3 question operating system related, 7 questions digital electronics and logic gates related, 4 question Linux commands. Yes, definitely Linux commands are there. 1 question you will see software testing related, 2 questions data structures related, 4 question, and data structure is most important also. You may see software engineering related 3 subjects, networking related 4 subjects, security related 1 subject, security regarding the network security. Okay, compiler design regarding 1 subject, or maybe it will be compiler design and TOC, theory of computation also. Then fundamental computer, you may see 1 question. Okay, and nowadays there is a trend in there, 1 question regarding the fundamental computer you may see regarding the new technologies, maybe towards the Android or anything you may see. But this may be a traditional pattern which is followed by the IBPS specialist officer exams in the previous years. If we are going to sort this accordingly, a number of questions, the subjects, then the most question will ask from the DBMS, the second one will be operating system, third will be your programming, digital electronics, logic gates will be 4, similarly data structure will have 4, networking will have 4, microprocessor will have 3, and software engineering 3, data communication 2, and rest all the other subjects. Software testing related subjects, software related testing related questions, maybe 2 questions will be there. So this is the same pattern for this video. In this video we have covered same number of question, where students have solved this questions and answer. Okay, we will start with this. The first question from this session is: in public key cryptography, the private keys are kept with the receiver. Okay, it is a question from cryptography. In the networking, cryptography is important term. So the answer for this, in a public key cryptography, the private keys are kept with the receiver, because in a public key cryptography the public keys are published and can be used by any sender to the receiver, and only the receiver has the private key which is required to decrypt the message. Okay, so remember, a private key is shared with with the receiver. So private key is shared with the only receiver, not a sender. We are maybe here the public key cryptography is given, but we are not talking about the public keys, we are talking about the private keys. If a public keys are there, then it may be sender and receiver, but for a private key it must be shared with the only receiver. Okay, we uses the digital signature, the same kind of technology used, same type of cryptography is used while filling tenders. You may have come with this terms. Okay, public key cryptographic, encryption, decryption, digital signature. So you may see similar questions in the exam. Okay, this was the first question that we have discussed. Okay, next question is to check for null values in a column called name. which of the following expression will be used. Now we are going to check only the null values, how many null values are available for a column name. Okay, so it must be name is null. There is no such nothing like name equal to null, name equal to null. This is the equal to operator. Okay, then name is null. We have to use a expression like a name is null, not anything other than this, like equal to or equal to nothing. So sorry, only colons are there. Okay, bracket or either in a double quotes null. There is no any other operation expression is available. Only is a operator we have to use here. Name is null. The query to be used in the is name is null. Equal to is an operator, and equal to operator is not determining the null values. Okay, it is used to determine any value. It's not determining a value. So a very good question from DBMS. We will move to the next question. The default port number for the HTTP protocol to make a connection to the server. Remember, HTTP port is 80. You have to recite it many times. Recite it, please, because you may see this question in any exam. Maybe in any PO examination you may see, or any other exam, because this is the very simplest question we are discussing here. HTTP port, a client initiates a request by establishing a TCP connection to the server on the port number 80. On the other side, other port can also be used. So we have many different ports, only 80 number port is used, and will need to explicitly mention in the URL. Okay, we have to mention it in the URL. Okay, so we will, this is most important. We have 443 is one of the important port. Please write in the comment for which what purpose 443 port is there. Port number 125. So many important ports are there. Please write. A telnet port is regarding what, and we have important ports. Okay, so please write in the comment what are the important ports. Some ports we have discussed here. Okay, just a second. Okay, we will move to the same question again with the other term. The next question regarding is the method where the multiple processes are performed during the same period of time is known as a multitasking. Okay, we are not talking about the multi-processing operating system. As we are talking right now here, a multiple processes are performed during the same period of time. So same period of time we are doing this. There is a huge difference between a multitasking and a multi-programming. Okay, multi-processing also. So understand, here we are talking about the multiple processes are performed. Okay, but during the same period of time, then it will be a multitasking. Understand, the explanation is a pipelining is a computer organization. Yes, pipelining is a computer organization in which the successive step of an instruction sequences are executed in turn by a sequence of module able to operate concurrently, so that another instruction can be begun before the previous one is finished. The most effective when task in different stages requires a similar amount of time. Okay, this pipelining is something different when we are talking about the successive steps of the or instruction sequence are to be executed, and the sequence of module is to be executed, then it is a pipelining instruction. Then we have multitasking when at the same time. We are not talking about the different instructions are different sequentially. So if you sequentially is there, same question can be asked. During the instruction sequence are executed by the sequence, then it answer will be pipelining. For but for this question is a multitasking is a answer. The similar concepts are there in the operating system: context switch and virtualization. But the context switch related is also regarding to the process. But if you don't know anything, then you may hit this answer as a context switch. But context switch is, we are going to make available the resources for other processes, and this is what actually this is a process where our one process is going to switch to the another process. We are executing the one another process. The time period, that exact concept is regarding the context switch. The processes are shifted. Okay, processes memories are allocated, and so what actually this concept is a context switch. Go through it. Operating system related question. You may see the current operation is to be performed is specified by the opcode. Okay, we have a operational code which is called as a opcode, and the portion of machine language instruction that specifies the operation to be performed is a opcode. Okay, the answer is opcode. The current operation to be performed is specified by opcode. Machine code is something different which is working at the machine level, that is maybe 0 or 1. Program counter code is it may be a stack, but it's not related to the current operation. CPU code is something, the term relating to the maybe logical code. Register code is something different. Okay, register codes are, it's a total different term. We have register terms are register codes are we have their colors differentiated by the colors. Okay, we'll move to the next question here. In cryptography, cipher is called as an algorithm for performing the encryption or decryption. Not an encrypted message is called as a cipher. You may hit at first glance you may hit this answer. The encrypted message is called as a cipher, but it's not the answer. Not a decrypted message is called a cipher, or the transmission medium is cipher. It's an algorithm for performing the encryption or decryption. Okay. You may think that the encrypted message means a cipher and decrypted message means decrypted message means a decipher, but no, this is not the exact term. In cryptography, a cipher is an algorithm for performing encryption or decryption. A plain text message is encoded using a cipher and transmitted. At the receiving end, message is decrypted and consumed. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is an algorithm for performing encryption and decryption. This question is a very good question. Okay, next question is, which of the following command does not modify a database? Now we have given some DML commands. Okay, some DML commands are available, so we'll talk about this. Which of the following command does not modify it? Now, select command is not going to modify. It is going to fetch the result from the tables present in the database. It's not going to modify anything. These are the modifications like insert, update, delete, and alter. Okay. These are all our data manipulation languages. We have data definition languages, that is create, drop, like that. We have transaction control languages, we have data control languages. Now you go write in the comment what are the example of a data control languages and transaction control languages. Give me another comment. Grant and revoke are the example of what? A transaction control language, or a data control language, or a data manipulation language, or anything. Please write in the comment. Okay, for this for this question, the answer is a select command is not going to modify anything. It is also a data manipulation language. Okay, data manipulation language. DML command but select is not going to modify, we are using it to modify. Now if a question is there, which is the first command we use before an insertion, before an deletion, before an updation, or if a question is there, if a question is there, which command we will use before a updation or a manipulation. So then that time answer will be a select command is the first command that we are going to use before updation. Okay, you know very well, before updation we generally verifies what is available or what we have to update, so we have to use a select command. That can be one question, we can make similar question. Okay, so go through these queries and commands. Okay, we'll move to the next question. In C programming, in C++, the function CIN and COut are the part of which header file? Remember, these are CIN, CIN and COut are the object. These objects are from the CIN is used to read input and COut is used to print. Now this CIN and COut are the object of which stream? They are of a IO stream. Okay, which is a part of a header file, IO stream file. Okay, the function CIN and COut is used. Similarly, we create the object of a IO stream CIN or COut. Okay. But the C++ input output streams are defined by IO stream, a header file that is part of the C++ standard library. Okay, the next question is regarding programming. You can see some few programming questions. So integer main function is given, integer a, b, c, d, and printf function is available with us. Okay, so if integer a is equal to 3, b equal to 2, c equal to 4 and d equal to 6, we are going to printing it a, b, c, %d, %d. So a will be 3, b will be 2 and c will be 4. Now this is very simple question, but why we have added this? Now understand why I am going to explain you something more about this question. This is very simple question, but still I want to make clarification. If a integer a, b, c or d is given, the memory allocations to this variable where these memories are stored, variables are stored, a memory addresses, if I am talking about the A's address, and then I am talking about the B's address and C's address and D's address. I am going to tell you something important. Okay, here the memory locations in C++ or in C language, we are using a bottom-up approach of programming. Bottom-up approach. What is bottom-up approach? Means the variable D is allocated, memory for variable D is allocated first, and then memory to the variable Z is allocated, then B is allocated, and then A is allocated. Not first variable memory for A is allocated. If memory allocations for one is a 1000, then B's memory allocation will be if I'm talking about the B's memory allocation will be it may be 4 less than that. Okay, C may be 4 less than that, D may be 4 less than that. If I'm talking about if we have given the D's variable is a 1024, if we are going to give 1000, then C's value will be 1004, then B's value will address will be 1008, then A's value address may be 1012, because we are increasing it by 4 because it's an integer variable. Okay, that is why I would like to explain this question. Okay, so remember, a compilation error will not be there. We are printing values, but if it is a float, then if it is a float, then we may see one error at the time of scanning, that is L value required, because it is integer to float conversion is something not done by the C compiler, that we have to explicitly parse it. So that parsing is done by one we have to use parse function. In other languages we use the parse function also, but L value will be required. Similar error will show if a float will be there, but for integer, this question was regarding integer, so I have explained. Okay, there are something important behind adding this question. Okay. Okay, there is no, actually there is nothing. I just wanted to explain you there in this is a very simple question. Okay, but we get a chance to explain you, I get chance to explain you, so understand that concept. Because here the value of the first variable a, b, c's, right here it is written that the first variables. Okay, so whatever the printing variables, a will be percent d will be a, percent d will be for b, percent d will for be c. First will print a, second will b and c. It's very simple, but understand the memory allocations are not in that manner. It's in the bottom up approach, not a top down, bottom up approach. Okay, next question is regarding what happened here. Next question is regarding it is regarding the DBMS. To view all the tables in a database, the query used is a show tables. Okay, this is the query, that the show table lists the table in a given database. The like clause, if present, indicates which table name to which, and there is another clause, that is where clause, can fetch rows against the general condition. Where clause we use for it is used to give a condition. We have another clause, that is a having clause. Write down in the comment why having clause is used. Okay, we will move to the next question. Which of the following is not a part of a DML? Which is not a part of DML? Now, DML is used for fetching the data from the existing table, yes. Update the data in existing table, yes. Inserting a data from existing table, yes. Deleting data from existing table, yes. Define a virtual table, no. Defining a virtual table means a views related concept, no, we are not going to. Now create view is another, it's a data definition language. Okay, view is an also object. Okay, like a table, view is also object. A data manipulation language is used for selecting, inserting, deleting, updating a data, something in the database. List of DML commands are select, insert, update, delete, merge and lock table. Okay, we have यहाँ से तो हम जो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है इसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. लास्ट क्वेश्चन में हमने ये डिस्कस किया था, हमारा फेच का रिलेटेड DML के रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन था. तो अभी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के ऊपर जाएंगे. तो विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज अ यूनिवर्सल गेट. देखिए हमारे पास दो यूनिवर्सल गेट होते हैं, एक होता है नैंड और नॉर. ठीक है, दो ऑप्शन में से नैंड अवेलेबल है, नॉर तो नहीं है, लेकिन अगर नॉर भी होता है तो भी इसका आंसर नॉर होता है, यूनिवर्सल गेट. तो नैंड नहीं है, नॉट नहीं है, एंड नहीं है, नैंड है, एक्स और वो नहीं है, एक्स नॉर भी नहीं है. ओके, सो द आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन इज अ नैंड गेट. Because we have NOR gate also, we called them as a universal gate, because if we can implement any of the boolean function with that without needing any other function. So if other type of gate type we can have if we have NOR gate, we can simplify any of the gate, not and XOR, XNOR. Okay, from this is the basic question from logic gates. How NOT gates and are we have to represent how not gets representation, regarding AND gate representation, NAND XNOR XOR. तो उसके बारे में आप थोड़ा सा डायग्राम को एक बार देख लीजिए. देखिए NAND के अंदर क्या होता है, AND गेट को सिर्फ एक बबल ऐड करना है वहाँ पे. ओके. और NOR को आपको जो है ना, मतलब OR गेट को आपको एक बबल ऐड करना है. आपने वो डायग्राम दी, लिख लीजिए, आपको क्लियर हो जाएगा. ठीक है. For a time sharing operating system, which scheduling policy is the best? Okay, we are talking about the time sharing operating system. Okay, we have a multiple different operating system, like we have batch processing operating system, but we are talking about here time sharing. There is difference between a batch processing and time sharing, completely different. Both of them are completely different. So the question is, time sharing operating system, which scheduling policy is the best? We have LIFO, FILO, LIFO, first in first out, last in first out, round robin, shortage job first, and none of the above. Okay, the answer for this question is a round robin scheduling policy is the best one. Processes dispatched in a first in first out manner, but are not given the limited amount of CPU time. So called a time slices quantum is not so good in first out. Okay, we have learned this concept in operating system. We have a time slices, or we call a quantum, where waiting time is very high. For if a process is entered into the queue, first one is inserted, and that is taking a huge time. The next one is in the waiting. So we what is the best time sharing operating system? The one which have a very minimal waiting time. That will be best one. And so for that purpose, we are going to use a time sharing operating system. The round robin is the best one. Okay, learn more about this processes. Shortage job first is also good one. Shortage job first, at the first glance you may see that the shortage job first is the time sharing operating system, which is scheduling policy, the best one. This is also a scheduling policy, but that is not the best one. That is also a good one. Okay, the waiting time for the a process taking a maximum time is got a maximum waiting time. That is the disadvantage. So shortage job first cannot be the best scheduling policy. Round robin is the best scheduling policy. You go through some videos regarding round robin, how round robin works. Okay, we will discuss later regarding that. If a same question is there, we will discuss there. The next question is, the database system developed by Facebook is Hive, Hope, Cassandra, or SQLite, or MySQL. Now MySQL and SQLite are the not answer, and Hadoop is not the answer. Okay, Hadoop is a Java Sans. So developed by Facebook, database system developed by Facebook is the Hive. Okay, Hive is a database system developed by Facebook, built on the top of the Hadoop for the data summarization and query and analysis. Okay, you may see a basic question. You may categorize it into a database, DBMS, or you may categorize it into a fundamental computer. Okay, learn more. The next question is, the term TCP used in networking standard. It's a transmission control protocol. What transmission control protocol? It is the core protocol of the internet protocol. In a TCP IP, it's a main important protocol. It's a connection oriented, reliable. It's a error checking delivery of the stream. It is not like a UDP protocol, but we have disadvantages of the UDP protocol. It is not much reliable. If packets are delivered, we are not getting acknowledgement. So it's a delivery we cannot check. Error check the delivery stream is available for the IP, TCP IP, and so IP protocol is a core protocol of a TCP is a core protocol of an internet protocol, and that is what actually the benefit, okay, behind not using a UDP. We may use UDP also in some cases when we don't need a acknowledgement regarding the delivery. That time we can use a UDP protocols. Connection less connection, or if you don't need connection less, like we can call uh, half like a processing like a half adder only. One is going to send, one is going to receive. Whether one received or not, that is not our job to check out. In that cases, like that processing, like that thing, the UDP will be best one. But the TCP IP regarding the transmission control protocol is a reliable order and error checking delivery of a stream of octets between the application running on the host communicating over IP network. It is the protocol used in the major internet applications, including the web, email, and file transfer. Now, in the file transfer also, um, um, that is used, okay, but not like a FTP. FTP is not a connection oriented, okay. It is not a connection oriented FTP, file transfer protocol. This is very different, like IP used in the internet application, including web, email, and file transfer. Now file transfer through the internet protocol, like example you can see any days, like you have a team viewer, then that time is a TCP IP based connection. But if you talk about FTP, then FTP is a connection. It is not a connection oriented. If a connection is if a packets are discarded somewhere, or the complete file you have to transfer it once again. The delivery checking is not there, okay. So FTP is something different. Now this file transfer is regarding the IP protocols. FTP is not regarding the FTP. Okay. So next question is regarding the which of the following is a memory application method in C. Memory application method in C, we have a memory memory allocation. I'm sorry. Which of the following is a memory allocation method in C? Memory allocation method in C are the malloc and calloc. Okay, that is a memory. Malloc is a memory allocated. Calloc is also memory allocated. Now there is something difference between them. Both are used for the memory allocation functions in C, but the malloc only allocates the block, okay, and calloc allocates the block and clears it, okay. That is what actually the thing is. Means free is used to that is the difference. Malloc is used to allocate the block, and calloc allocates the block and clears it, okay. Allocates the block and clears it also, but memory allocation is only done using malloc allocating the block, not regarding clearing it. Free is one of the function. Free is also allocation. It's not the allocation method, but free is used to release the allocated memory. This free is used to release the allocated memory, okay. In C you can I think so. In Java we have a GC method for that purpose. To removing the unused object, we have a GC method. We call this as a garbage collector, okay. The unused objects are going to allocate some, they also have some memory. So that time for Java we use a GC method. Here in C we can use a free function, free method. Calloc is for memory allocation, malloc is also for memory allocation, but calloc is clears. Once the memory is allocated, it is unused, then it clears it, okay. All bytes are set to 0. Now understand, clears means what? All bytes are set to 0. The next question is, to delete an item in the middle of a doubly linked list, how many pointers need to be modified? It's very simple question. A doubly linked list have 2 pointers, okay. So if we want to modify any of the pointer, we are not going to use 3 pointers. We will use only 2 pointers, okay. So to delete an item in the middle of a doubly linked list, how many pointers need to modify? The last one and the next one. So the previous one and the next one is going to modify. So to delete an item in the middle, we need to manipulate 2 pointers. The pointer in the item that is present before the item that is being deleted, and the previous pointer for the item that is present after the item that is being deleted. Their option are 0, 1, 2, -1, -2. The number of items in the linked list -1, minus number of items in the linked list -2. But understand, if you have given option one other option, that is 3, so you may pick that answer 3, because you may think the 2 pointers for us, that one item that are going to delete, and the next pointer to allocate. No, but that's not the concept. We are going to delete it, so previously one we will take, and the next one we will take. We are not considering about the one which is going to delete. Okay. The next question is regarding the DBMS. We have a online transaction processing. Okay, OLTP, we call it as a OLTP. It's a higher term of a DBMS. Which of the following is true about the online transaction processing? The option is it reveals a snapshot of online business processes. It's typically very fast. It highly normalized with the many tables. Yeah, yes, it's highly normalized with many tables. Okay, sorry, it highly normalized with many tables. That is correct one. I don't know rest about none of the above and all of the above. So at first time I will click it's highly normalized with many tables, OLTP. But understand other terms, it's typically very fast. Yes, it's typically very fast. It reveals a snapshot of online business processes. Yes, it reveals this snapshot of online business processes. Now the basic term of a online transaction processing is a highly normalized with many tables. So if you know this first, then you know rest of the options. The OLTP is characterized by a large number of online transactions. The main emphasis in OLTP system is the best query processing. So query processing can be done with a highly normalizing many tables. Okay, and maintaining the data integrity in a multi-access environment. Okay. So we will see the next question. Which command is used to analyze list of open ports? So the netstat is a command, okay, that is used to analyze list of open port. Okay, the netstat, if you type here netstat, now I don't have net connection, so if I type here netstat, connections are nothing. But if you try at on your laptop, you will get this netstat will all the open ports are available with you. Okay, so grep command is there. Just a second, I will try to make you available all the other commands also. ipconfig, telnet, okay, grep is not regarding that command. Grep is used to match the patterns, okay, in Linux. Okay, and it is used to match the patterns. Grep command. Top is used to view the list of a process being executed, and telnet is used to access the remote computers. We have ipconfig is used to determine IP address of all the interfaces on the host. Now we will connect one internet connection available on okay, nothing is available here. I guess it's just a second. Okay, no network is available here. Okay, So the answer for this is the which command is used to analyze the list of open ports? The netstat. Okay, netstat. We have ipconfig also, but we in the similar way ipconfig we are not going to give we are not understanding which port is not available. Okay, we will get here IP address throughout the host interfaces of on the host. Next question: at which OSM model level do router operate? This is the best question. The router works at the network layer. Okay, how network layer? You understand it? Um, on the on the network layer, sub router is available. Router to the router. Now understand, when I'm using internet connection of Airtel, so I have my Airtel router available at my home, and so that Airtel router will connect to the base station, and the base station will be connected to the another router. So thereafter then another router is available. So throughout there may be a number of routers available at the, and this is the layer, that is a network layer. So network layer, at network layer routers, all the routers are operates the this is what actually the network layer in the OSI. This is the network layer. So if you asked the hub is worked at which layer, so hub is used at the physical layer. A physical layer, zeros and ones are transferred. Any of, if a hub is device, then the hub will work. Okay, switch will also used as a for a network sharing, but there is difference between switch. But switch is the switch works with the data link layer. Okay, switch is used in the data link layer. Okay, gateway operates all the network layer and above. Over the network layer, most of them are of but most of them at the application layer. Okay, but the router stores and forwards the data packet, each of which contains the destination and source network address from the LAN WAN to other routers. Operates at the third layer of the OSI model, and the network layer. A router examines the packet data structure and determines whether or not to forward it. Okay, we will move to the next question. LIFO is a last in first out, we know, but what actually the last in first out? That is the question. Now what is last in first out? Last in first out means what? If we have last in first out means this is consider this it be a stack. Okay, consider this one as a stack. Now the item added here at the top will be removed first. Okay, that is what actually the concept of a stack. The item inserted here will be removed first, that is last one inserted will be first to be out. That is the that is what actually the stack is. Okay, now if a item is push, if you want to add an element, then we will add the element at the top. So we cannot add because this end is a dead end. This is the okay. So we will start. The next question is regarding the heap. Heap allows a very efficient implementation of what? Options are priority queue, trees, stack, linked list, and none of this. So basically a heap is a binary tree with the ordering and structure properly, making it very efficient for the implementation of a priority queue. Okay, now what is priority queue? What is a heap? You need to know. Okay, that is but very first you will give the answer stack, that heap allows very efficient implementation of a stack, but that's not the thing. A priority queue, it is an ordering priority in the minimum heap, ensures that the value stored at any node that must be less than or equal to each of the values stored in the in its subtree. Or for example, for a massive, it's greater than or equal to. Okay, for the massive, the structure properly ensures that all depth but the deepest must be filled. This is what actually the HIP. So priority queues are the efficient implementation of a priority queue. That HIP is an example. So data structure related question, a tough one. Please see the complete details. What is HIP? How priority queues are implemented? The answer is not a trees and stack or linked list. Okay, uh, the stack. No, if your question is stack allows very efficient implementation of what, then we have option linked list, like that. Okay, so understand the question and answer. The next question, the limit in SQL syntax is used to limit the execution. No. Limit the number of columns in a row. Yes. No, actually it's not limiting the number of columns, it's really limiting the number of rows. Okay, so answer is limiting the number of rows displaced. Okay, the next question is, a dirty bit in a page block is used to indicate. Now most important question, the dirty bit in a page block. We know the dirty bit is a bit that is associated with the block of a computer memory and indicates whether or not the corresponding block of the memory has been modified. Okay, so that's why we call it as the dirty bit. The dirty bit is the set when the processor writes to this memory. Okay, then a dirty bit is in the page block is used to indicate the page with the modified data. It's not the page with the corrupted data, the page that has recently been used. No, we are not using it. The page with a modified data, a dirty bit in the page block is used to indicate. Okay, the simple question, but there are so many terms. What is dirty bit? What is page block? We know well about page block. So if you don't know what is page block, please see the other videos, you will get clarity. Write in the comment what you have learned from the page block also. Okay, whatsoever you know about page block, write it. Okay, the next question, a dirty bit in the next question is, the full form of a term NUMA is, it's a non-uniform memory access in multiprocessing system. So now the term is this is question regarding the fundamental computer, like architecture of computer. There is a topic, so inside you can see this question. Non-uniform memory access is the configuration in a config in multiprocessing system so that they can share memory locally, improving the performances and the ability of the system to be expanded. Okay, the ability of a system to be expanded, so we use the non-uniform memory access. Okay, so this is the term that the full form was asked. Okay, the next question is, in 8085 RIM is used to check. Okay, RIM is a read interrupt mask. Okay, whose priority is very best. Okay, very good priority, read interrupt mask, that is RIM. In 8085 RIM is used to check, answer is, if interrupt is masked or not, that we are going to check. So if a mask is there, then read interrupt masked, we use RIM, masked interrupts. Okay, and there are another thing is a non-masked interrupt, but how to mask it? It is a set interrupt mask instruction is used to provide the interrupt service of the 8085 microprocessor. There are so many questions throughout. Okay, so this question is, which decimal number has a 8-bit 2's complement as 00 1001110. Now if we convert this number into the binary, we will get this value, that is 38. Now understand, there are options that is 38 is available, but this minus 38 can be a possibility. But remember, when the last digit is 0, then the value is always positive, so positive 38 is the correct answer. So if a first digit is negative, then to convert a 2's complement, you just need to take a bitwise NOT. Bitwise NOT means you are going to take 0 as a 1, 1 as a 0. So then you will get the final output as a binary number, that is a 2's complement. Okay. The next question, that the hierarchical database model is a model as it is one-to-many relationship. Okay, we know very well that the hierarchical hierarchical model. So if a question comes regarding the database, then hierarchical database model is a structure of a data organized in a tree-like model using a parent-child relationship. Each parent can be associated with the multiple children, resulting one to many relationship. Okay, the next question is, how many table can be joined in a SQL join command? How many tables can be joined in SQL join command? There is exactly no limit. Okay, we cannot say one column, two column. Joining, there is no limit on the number of tables that can be joined, but join n tables, the query will need n minus 1 condition to join a table. Okay, because 1 is already taken into consideration, so n minus 1 conditions to join the table on. Very important question, huh? Okay. So the next question is, what is the full form of SDLC? It is a software development lifecycle. Where it is? Software debugging or system development lifecycle. Okay, it's also called as a software development lifecycle. Now in the answer, software is not given, but it's a SDLC, the system development lifecycle is also. So system development lifecycle is also called as software development lifecycle. At times it is the process for planning, creating, testing and deploying an information system. Okay, if a software is not given, then system can be one of the answer. System development lifecycle. Okay, important question. Next question is, a swap memory exists in the it exists in the hard disk. Okay, we have a memory swap, that is a swap in swap out process. We have learned page replacement algorithms. So in order to achieve the degree of multi-programming, we use this term, that is swap memory. Okay, so the swap memory is on the hard disk. It is a part of a virtual memory for your machine. This is a combination of a accessible physical memory, that is RAM, and the swap space. Okay, so the term here, the virtual memory of your machine, means where our page table is going to save the addresses. Okay, the swap space is on the hard disk. Okay, that all those related processing related things is saved in the page table. Okay, that's there is also a frame table. That's difference between frame table and page table. Okay, a page table can save a frame table also. Okay, there are so many things you need to know about operating system. Go through these terms. If any of the MCQ is there, possible MCQs, then you can solve it. Okay, regarding the cache, swap memory exists in the cache? No, swap memory does not exist in the cache. It's a main memory. Yes, it's a main memory. Swap memory exists in the main memory. Yes, it exists in the main memory, but main memory is not the exact answer. Okay, main memory is not the exact answer. It stores on the hard disk. Now main memory can be anything, like you can consider as a USB also. So USB, flash drive memory, but main memory is not the exact answer. Now The answer is on the hard disk only. Okay. Yes. So the next question is how many IP addresses are available in the class B private network. This is the important question. Now we need to calculate this. The class B address is starts at 172.16.0.0.0 and to 172.31.255.255. It is a private IP addresses of this B class. Now this gives us the range of 2 to the power 20 addresses. Okay, how 2 to the power 20 addresses? It is starts with the 16 until 30. There are 20 addresses. Okay, if you can calculate this, then you can understand it. So this is the IP address range for B class. Class B is 2 to the power 20. For class A it is 2 to the power 24, and for class C is 2 to the power 16. Very IMP question. Many times this question have been asked. What is the how many IP addresses are available in the class A private network? Then class A private network, then it is 2 to the power 24. For class C it is 2 to the power 16. For class B it is 2 to the power 20. You can calculate 2 to the power 16, 20 and 24. Okay, IMP question. Go through this. Okay, you will. Okay, so the next question is, which of the following aggregate function ignores null value? Aggregate function is one of the important term in DBMS. Okay, it is going to return you a single value. Okay, so now this question is, which of the following aggregate function ignores the null values? Question itself is telling us there are aggregate function given, that is sum, count, mean and max. These are the aggregate function, and which one ignores the null values? Now ignoring the null values, count ignores all the null values, we know. Okay, so aggregate function sum is yes, it's returning us a single value. Count is yes, it's returning us a single value throughout the statement, throughout the command. Mean also returns us the single value. Max also returns a single value. Then all these are aggregate function. Aggregate function is that which ignores the null value for count. Okay, count is null is equivalent to 0, but an integer value for integer values. So null is nothing. It's not either 0, not 1, integer, character, nothing. It's a nothing. But if we consider about integer values, then for integer values null is equivalent to 0. It is not going to consider it. Okay, so important question. Next question is, which keyword is used to inherit a class in Java? In Java, which keyword is used? Which keyword is used? Extend is a keyword used in the Java that inherits a class. Okay, we know. And in C++, what is that keyword? Or there is an operator in C++. We have that operator. That operator is : which is the extension. Okay, which means we are going to use inheritance. We have to use this type of a column. Okay, : So in Java and other object-oriented programming language, class can be derived from the other classes, thereby inheriting fields and method from those classes. This property is called as an inheritance. Okay, and in Java we have to use a keyword extends. Okay. The next question is, a communication between a mouse and a computer involves simplex communication, duplex communication, half duplex communication, translate trislated or semi-duplex communication. We know this term simplex communication. Simplex communication is a communication channel that sends information in one direction only. Duplex means in both the direction. Okay. Duplex means, and half duplex means if one is sending, the other is not need to only is going to receive. He cannot send, and when other is sending, then other first one, sender or receiver, either sender or receiver will send or receive. Okay. For tri-state is also communication channel. The simplex is a communication channel that sends information in one direction. So the question is, between a mouse and computer, a mouse does not receive anything. Okay, it only sends. When mouse is sending, computer receives. If a computer is sending, then mouse receives. Okay, since the mouse sends only information to the computer, so it is a simplex. It is only in a single direction. Mouse is not going to accept any instructions from the computer. He is going to send only in single direction. The next question is, the typical microcontroller contains, the option are processor core, second is memory, input peripheral, output peripheral, and all of the above. A typical microcontroller contains all of the above, that is the processor core, memory, input peripherals, output peripherals, and everything. A microcontroller is an integrated circuit containing a processor, core, memory, programmable input, output peripherals. A microcontroller is an IC which has only the CPU inside them. Okay. Next question is, which of the following is not an advantage or not a disadvantage of the RAD model? Okay, there is always a confusion like same question. Not a disadvantage, an advantage, not an advantage. So the question is, which of the following is not a disadvantage of the RAD model? So we have to find the advantages of the model. So RAD model's advantages is, it is a risk to a new approach. No. Requires time for scarce resources. No. Less control. Is a less flexible. Less flexibility means what? Rapid application development is in a rapid application development we are going to make our this model is used when we have very few time and within this we have to cover so early, the software must be developed so early. The advantages is that the flexible adaptable process, it's a less flexibility is there. Okay, so that is the advantage. Okay, so there is an inevitable trade-off between flexibility and control. More of one means less of the other. This means that the RAD model has lesser control as well. Also, unlike the waterfall model, where users would define requirement and then mostly go away as developers. Okay, and there is a constant interaction throughout the entire life cycle between user and developer, requiring a time of a scarce resources. It's true that the resources are very less available here. Okay, the next question is regarding the quick sort is generally implemented using, now very important question regarding the sorting techniques. Okay, the quick sort is generally implemented using a stack, hash, queues, or list or sets. This kind of question are there in the IBPS SO data structure. So the answer to this question is option number A. Quick sort is generally implemented using stack. Now the quick sort uses the partition technique to perform sorting, and each partition are in turn split into smaller ones and sorted. This makes use of heavily of the recursion technique. we have similarly we have merge sort also, but there is something difference. There is huge difference between a merge sort and quick sort. So this is a quick sort technique where the sorting, each partition is turned to a small one and sorted. In merge sort, similar divide and conquer approach is used, but in quick sort, divide and conquer approach is not used. Quick sort in time complexity, if we consider the time complexity of a quick sort, then the time complexity for a quick sort is, in a best case, it is n log n, okay, which is in the best case. For a worst case, it is n square, okay, n to the power 2. And for average case, which is similar to best case, an average case, it is n log of n, okay, n log of n. So this is the very most important question: what is the time complexity for a quick sort? The quick sort time complexity is in the base case is n log n, which is similar to the merge sort. In merge sort, for merge sort, when we have quick sort, when we're talking about the quick sort, then it is in this a space complexity is 1. Okay, this is the concept of time complexity. And if we talk about the space complexity, which is 1 in every case. Okay, space complexity of every other programming sorting technique is 1, except only merge sort uses the space complexity n, because we are here in a space complexity in merge sort. Here space complexity is n because we are using divide and conquer approach. For merge sort, if we talk about the merge sort, then merge sort uses the space complexity is space complexity is n because it uses the divide and conquer approach. Okay, also something most important regarding that merge sort is that in every case the time complexity is n log of n for merge sort. So this is most important question, but few more important thing about the merge sort. If we talk about merge sort, then in every case, okay, time complexity in every case, it is the one of the best, I can say. If a time complexity n log n in the worst case, then it is the best sorting technique. Okay, in average case also the same. There is something important about the merge sort, that is, it is a not in place sorting algorithm. Not in place sorting algorithm means what? Not in place sorting algorithm means what? It uses a constant new memory. Okay, create a new space. For a sorted list, it is a unstable. What we call it as a unstable. When we have option given, when we have a question, what sorting technique, which sorting technique is unstable, then option is merge sort. Okay, if you have given option heap sort is also, then heap sort is also a unstable sorting algorithm because it uses a heap sort and merge sort they are unstable sorting algorithms. Okay, there are so many MCQs that can be possible over this sorting technique, regarding the time complexity, regarding the space complexity, or regarding the stable or unstable sorting method. What actually the meaning of stable sorting algorithm and unstable sorting algorithm? um, I will tell you what actually the unstable and stable sorting algorithm. If you don't know, let us consider a pair. Okay, if a pair of x and y coordinate. Okay, so what happens in this? A stable sorting algorithm is going to save a key value pair. Now if this x is a key and y is a value, then it is going to preserve a key value pair. Okay, stable sorting algorithm, like a bubble sort. If a bubble sort example, if we want to sort xy coordinates, that is 1 comma 4, or then if we have 4 comma 5 according to the key value pair, then sorting is very simple. Okay, it will sort. In bubble sort this can be possible, but regarding merge sort and quick sort we cannot do these things. Okay, regarding merge sort and heap sort we cannot do these things. Okay, because merge sort is divide and conquer approach, so it is very tough to say to preserve the key and value pair. So this is what actually the basic term stable sorting algorithm. Okay, meaning of stable means we are preserving key and value pair. And the rest questions regarding this can be about the whether they are in place in that is called as the in situ or ex situ. So merge sort is a ex situ sorting algorithm. Merge sort is a ex situ. Ex situ means it uses a new space every time. Means a divide and conquer approach is there. Not in place sorting algorithm, it is unstable. Its continuously memory increases, so hence it is called as a not in place sorting algorithm, or either it is called as a ex situ sorting algorithm. There are so many MCQs can be possible over this topic. Okay, regarding the sorting technique. So complete those questions. Here the question regarding was a quick sort, which is generally implemented using a stack. Okay, the next, then, which of the following are part of a table definition in relational database? Table definition, we have data types, primary keys, default values, and column name. All are the part of a table definition in relational database. Now relational database are what? Where we have we are using a relation. There is a relation in the terms of the columns are relating to each other. Okay, for that purpose we have primary keys, we have foreign keys. Primary key is that it is unique to each record, and foreign key which is a referential integrity. So there are so many questions. This question was so important because it includes all the options are so important. Learn all the options. Data types in DBMS, primary key in DBMS. What are the different? Now we have come with this question, so we will discuss here. We will discuss so important keys in database. Okay, in short we will discuss what is the primary key in database, which is uniquely defines a column and uniquely defines and which is not null. Okay, what is when then other is a super key. We have a super key also. Like a primary key, we have a super key. Primary key is also super key is what? when every uniquely column, okay, every column are combinedly and defining a unique, there is a uniqueness, then that is called as a super key. That can be done with the, when we have that, for that purpose we have to use all the attributes of a table, all the attributes of a table. We have then we have different other than is a primary key, super key, then we have foreign key. Foreign key, it is a referential integrity. Referential integrity means what? Referential integrity means what? It is pointing to the, it is pointing to the other table, and so it must be a foreign key values must belonging to the set from the primary key, cause referential integrity, it is a referential integrity. So the similarity must be there with the, all the values must be similar to the primary key, okay. But we cannot say a primary key or foreign key, primary key is a subset of foreign key, okay. Then we have some other subset key also. Subset keys means they are derived from the super key, like a super key, those which are not a part of a candidate key. We have alternate keys also. Let us discuss all those: candidate, super key, candidate key, and alternate key, okay. The minimal super key is known as a candidate key. Now candidate key, we have multiple options we have, okay. A minimal super key is what? Minimal super key is our candidate key. Minimal super key is a candidate key, and those which are not possible to become a part as a candidate key, then those are known as a alternate key. This is most important term, okay. If you have studied a gate coaching, then you might be knowing how to find a candidate key, or how to find a minimum super key. Then this will be very simple for you to understand. But if you don't know that much knowledge, if you don't have, then that time you can understand a call attribute which is defining uniquely defines, then it is called as a primary key. A super key which is which uniquely defines by combining all the attributes of a table and defines a uniqueness for a record, then it is a super key. Foreign key, which is a referential integrity. Minimum super key is called as a candidate key, okay. Candidate key, the definition of candidate key. And those which are unable to be a candidate key, a part of a candidate key, they all becomes a alternate key, okay. We will move to the next question here. So these terms are most important, cover them. Data types in DBMS is boolean, integer, character, text. Primary key, that unique for each record. Default values specify the default value for a column names, okay. The next question, the control unit. The next question is regarding the control unit controls other portion of the CPU using. So this question is regarding the computer architecture. The answer is a timing signal. The control unit is a component of the CPU that directs operation of the processor, okay. The control unit controls the other portion of the CPU using a timing signal. Pipelining signal are something different, command signal are something different, nano signals, micro signals, they are not a term. So the timing signal, it tells the memory, arithmetic logical unit, and IO devices how to respond to a program instruction. It directs that the operation of the other units by providing the timing and control signal, okay. important question regarding the OS. So the next question is, ALU generally contains, arithmetic logical unit generally contains what? Adder, shifters, status register and everything. You may consider this question in microprocessor or in our computer organization also. Such question is very tough to differentiate whether it is from microprocessor or computer organization, but this question is regarding the microprocessor because adder, shifter, status registers are there. Adder is that performs the arithmetic operation like the addition, subtraction, increment, decrement, and shifter that performs the logical operation like rotate, left, right. Status register contains the flag that indicates the condition. Okay, this is the next question is regarding which of the following is not a valid data type in C. Question is very question. Yes, float is a valid data type, double is a valid data type, real is not a valid data type. Real number are represented using a float or double, so real is not a valid data type. We can use a real integer, but real integers can cover real integers. We have integer data type, float data type, double data type, but real is not a data type. Okay, character and integers is all there other option. Okay, next question is, in email BCC stands for, it's a blind carbon copy. Okay, we know this term, blind carbon copy. Which of the following is not a level of a data abstraction in database? Okay, data abstraction in database. So not a level. There are three different levels, we know, that is physical level, logical level and a view level. The physical level where the actual database is stored. Okay, it is the lowest level where the actual stored in the database, data is stored in the actual database. A logical database means data, how data is stored in the middle layer abstraction architecture. Okay, we have relations there, so logical data abstraction is logical data abstraction is that where the relations are manages. Third one is the view level where the user interacts. Okay, the highest level of interaction, always is the highest level of interaction for a user. The next question, the program used to find error in the program is called debugger is called as a program that used to find the error. Okay, scanner is not that, breakpoint is not that, assembler is not that, linker is not that. Breakpoint is what? Breakpoint means to observe the values of a various variable at different stages. We uses that breakpoint within program execution, means a program is under execution and so we are using it. You might have used this breakpoint. Okay, final step in waterfall model is operations, that is what actually the final step. Final step is operation, means where deployment is considered. Okay, integration no, testing no, coding no, analysis no. The first is system in requirement analysis, second is analysis, third is design, fourth is coding development, and fifth one is. So this was all about the question, paper and answer and analysis. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, share with your friends and like. Thank you.